2004, a retired Pepsi bottler from Yakima, Washington said 7 words that should have ended the most famous Bigfoot footage ever filmed. "I was the man in the suit." That was 22 years ago. The suit has never been produced. His story has changed at least 3 times. He can't walk like the figure in the film, and he was paid for the confession before he ever made it. Today we're talking about why Bob Heironimus is almost certainly running a 22-year con, and why the Bigfoot community let him.
Like my last video, I'm not here to tell you if Bigfoot is or isn't real. What I am here to tell you is that a guy in a polyester suit faked the most studied piece of cryptid footage in the history of the world is an extraordinary claim, and the man making up that claim can't back it up. The hoax explanation deserves the same scrutiny as the believer explanation. Today, Bob Heironimus is going to get that scrutiny. It does not go well for him.
Bob Heironimus, retired Pepsi bottler from Yakima, Washington. Lived near Gimlin. Spent 30-plus years in Yakima bars complaining his neighbor got rich off Bigfoot money before he ever publicly claimed he was in the suit. Came forward in 2004 when both Patterson was dead and Greg Long had a book deal. Says Patterson and Gimlin paid him $1,000 to wear a costume, a debt he claims went unpaid for 37 years. Never produced the suit, never produced photos, never produced witnesses to the suit being made. A man who watched his neighbor get famous for 30 years, complained about it in bars, and then claimed credit for the footage the moment a publisher offered him money. That's not a confession. That's a sales pitch. Bluff Creek, California, is where the footage was shot. It's a real, locatable place. Bob Heironimus claims he drove there from Yakima, Washington, spent the day filming the most famous Bigfoot footage in history, and drove home. Researchers John Green and others have noted that his account of the route, the timeline, and the geography don't match reality. A man who genuinely made that drive should be able to point to it on a map. He can't. Heironimus says the suit was synthetic fur and horsehide leather. Phil Morris, the costume seller who allegedly supplied it, has given at least 4 different versions of how the suit was constructed over the years. Different materials, different methods, different timelines. 2 people describing the same physical object should not contradict each other this much. Either the suit changed, or one of them is making it up. Probably both of them. Heironimus says he was stiffed on $1,000 in 1967. In today's money, that's about $9,500. He waited until 2004 to say anything publicly. By then, Roger Patterson had been dead for 32 years. Bob Gimlin was the only one left to dispute it. And, critically, author Greg Long had a book deal lined up that needed a confessor. Heironimus's first move wasn't a lawsuit. It wasn't a press conference. It was an attempt to sell his story to the tabloids. They didn't bite. No proof, no payday. Then Greg Long showed up with a book contract. Suddenly, the story had a home. When asked why he waited 40 years, Heironimus's quote was, "It's my turn now." Whose turn? The other guys who'd falsely claimed to be in the suit before him. Jerry Romney in 1998, others before him. He saw it as a cue. He waited his turn in the cash grab line. "60 years later, no Bigfoot costume from 1967 has ever been produced. Not the suit, not fragments, not photos of the suit being constructed. not receipts, not patterns. Phil Morris's costume company is still in business in Charlotte, North Carolina. They've supplied Hollywood for decades. They keep records. They keep inventory. There is zero physical evidence the suit ever existed. You'd think the man who claims he wore it could produce something. He can't. Heironimus has been filmed walking, side by side with the Patterson footage. The 90-degree knee bend on the upswing. He can't reproduce it. The torso turn at frame 352. He can't reproduce it. Every Bigfoot researcher who's run the comparison has come to the same conclusion. Roughly the right body type, but the wrong gait, wrong proportions, wrong movement. If you wore the suit, you should remember how you walked in it. He doesn't, because he didn't.
Now, I'm not here to tell you Bigfoot does or doesn't exist. Personally, I'm not sure. I don't believe Patty was a suit, but I also don't believe there's an 8-foot intelligent primate roaming around undetected. It's a hard pill for me to swallow. Genuinely, I don't know. But what I do know is a con when I see one. Bob Heironimus has spent 22 years getting paid to claim he was the man in the suit. He can't show us the suit. He can't walk like the footage. He can't navigate to the location, and his story has more holes in it than a screen door. What bothers me is the entire skeptic community has latched onto this guy for the past 2 decades, claiming his words as gospel. He's their smoking gun because he says what they want to hear. So in conclusion, maybe Patterson filmed something real. Maybe he didn't. But Bob in a polyester suit is not the answer. And the man selling that answer has claimed it for 22 years without showing any proof. So go ahead. The last video set it off. Tell me in the comments. Is Bob Heironimus really the man in the suit? Or is he running the longest con in cryptid history? Comments are below. You know where to find them. And if you're new, hit subscribe because there's more of these coming. Thanks.